Hello there YouTube, this is Mikhail or Michael speaking. Today is February 27, 2023, and without wasting your time, I will jump straight to the map as there are a lot of changes. There are actually two updates for today, early at night at 1 AM and recently. Here I will show you, so this one is at night. As you can see, Russians had spearheaded it along the railroad and had captured a small sector here. It's funny because 2 videos ago I said that Russians will attack along the railroad as it is located on a little low ground and it's hidden by the tree lines, and it is extremely convenient for Russians to attack along it, and they have done exactly that. Now we go to an latest update and boom, wow, you can see how much had changed. I don't remember changes so drastic for some time now. So let's touch on that. First of all, the village of Dubovo-Vasilivka, it is being claimed that Russians had already captured it. You can see that the map doesn't depict it. Overall, I'm not going to touch on this subject. If that's the case, they will update it. I believe it is captured. A lot of people are reporting it. Wagner troops, Russians themselves, a lot of military bloggers. North of Bakhmut, you can see that Russians had not only attacked and came very close to the only road here. Please note that this is the only road that Ukrainian can use to withdraw their armor, as this road right here is unoperational due to a destroyed bridge, and Russians had came extremely close to it. If we go to a topography map right here, we can see that Russians had almost completely established control on this side of the big hill. This hill overlooks the whole city. And if Russia are to locate their artillery and howitzers, whatever troops Ukrainians have, it would be a big problem. I'm pretty sure HQs of brigades had already left Bakhmut if there were any. So this is getting extremely close. I'm pretty sure that whatever command posts, whatever commanders they had in Bakhmut, they had already left. And I'm pretty sure there will be a withdrawal pretty soon. In the city itself, Russia had captured a lot of land. Once again, I haven't seen such progress in some time. We can see that, first of all, north of Yahidne, there is a little city sector called Stupki. There is a railroad right here, and Russians had captured it. Ukrainians had flooded this whole region by blowing up the dam, but again, as you can see by the changes on the map, it had stopped Russians for some time, but Russians had resumed their attacks. Here, Russians had captured city blocks. Same as here. You can see that Russians are basically cutting up the eastern part of Bakhmut in two. Once again, very similar to what happened in Stalingrad. So I'm pretty sure Ukrainians at this point are evacuating as fast as possible to the other side of Bakhmutovka River. So this is the river right here. And yeah, Ukrainians are probably evacuating. I'm pretty sure that Ukrainians are slowly moving their troops away from the city because Russians are very close to a major breakthrough, and I'm sure Ukrainians don't want to lose whatever troops they have in Bakhmut. Again, like in Mariupol, they can leave some of the best troops, defending key points, and once again make Russians lose precious time and resources and people storming Bakhmut itself. We will have to see about that. Maybe they will do just that. Yeah, maybe they will leave like 1,000 troops, maybe less, maybe 500, somewhere where it's convenient to defend, and Russia will lose maybe another month or so, grinding and trying to defeat them, thus giving Ukraine more time to regroup. Now to the east, we can see a change again. Russian troops had pushed from Aputne and had captured a few city blocks here. You can see they are very close to this river right here. They will probably continue their attack and capture whatever left on this side of the river and might start attacking beyond the river. They can even join with whatever Russian troops are having here. So we can see the total collapse of the east part of Bakhmut, of the eastern front of this city, and Russians will pretty fast, I'm sure, will reach this river right here. As to if they're going to attack beyond the river, I'm not sure about that, but overall, again, Russians don't need to storm the city itself. They just need to encircle it, basically. Pincer maneuver style. Hey, if you enjoyed this video so far, please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting. as it is, again, very good for algorithms and overall would motivate me to do more and do better. For all who already subscribed, like, and comment, thank you very, very much. While we are still at Bakhmut, I want to quickly touch on the idea of Ukrainian counteroffensive that has been sort of a topic lately. First of all, there are reports that Ukrainians had conducted a counteroffensive from Zalysyansky towards Paraskaviivka, in overall direction, and some map had shown that they had captured something like that. If that's the case, this is extremely grim for Russia, as they had now exposed their flank too much, but this map doesn't show it, so I don't think it's necessary to believe that this is actually happening. About the actual counteroffensive, first of all, as we all know it, Ukraine is being supported by NATO countries with tanks. As we all know, the weather in Ukraine or overall Bakhmut section, is deteriorating. The ground become muddy, and I'm pretty sure this will stop any major operations on the front for about a month or two. And Ukraine and Russia will use that time to consolidate their forces, regroup, and maybe attack elsewhere. As to Ukraine, I'm sure they will use this time to consolidate as much European and American tanks. I'm pretty sure they will not spread the tanks all around the front. I'm pretty sure they will gather it in one punch and strike. And as to where they're going to strike, I believe they will strike at Zaporozhye, maybe towards city of Melitopol, in overall direction of Melitopol, Berdyansk, and Mariupol, because the terrain right here is more suitable for tanks. There are basically farmlands, almost no hills, absolutely no forests, nothing like nothing like Bakhmut, nothing like Seversk or Liman with this marshland and big forests. So it would make sense that Ukrainians would use their new tanks on this axis. Actually, there's one more reason. If they were to attack to, Melitopol and Berdyansk, they would split Russian forces in half and they will come very close to attacking Crimea itself. Imagine the moral boost for Ukrainians and the moral loss for Russians if Ukrainians are able to attack and capture some lands in the Crimea itself. While we're at it, we can see that there are no changes at Orikhiv. Russians had not achieved any gains in the overall direction of Novodanilovka and Orikhiv itself. As to Vuhledar, there are reports that Russians are fighting in these dacha areas. They had not attacked from Pavlivka, mostly they're attacking from this settlement right here. There are also reports that Russians had actually started bombarding Vuhledar heavily. There are photos of the city being somewhat destroyed. So maybe Russia had changed the tactic and started, and decided to basically raise Vuhledar to the ground. I guess this is really smart, why they didn't come up with this idea a few months ago. In Marinka, there are a little change, actually. We go here, we can see Russians had attacked along this field and had captured some of it. Maybe this is in attempt to, even out the attacking front, or maybe to attack towards Konstantinovka, or, secure Russian attacks towards Pobeda. There are no changes in Marinka itself. Again, reports of heavy fighting. However, Russians are unable to achieve any gains. Ukrainians are defending strongly. There are no changes north of Avdiivka, but there are some changes south of it. We can see that Russians had advanced towards Pervomaisky. Overall, Russians are attacking towards village of Nevelsky and Pervomaisky, and along this city portion of Pervomaisky. As you can see, there are no major success here. Nothing happened along Liman-Seversk line. Russians are conducting operations but had not moved anywhere as of right now. You can see there are no changes on the map. But the battles are fierce and Ukrainians and Russians are dealing it out. We'll see who will come on top. Anyway, this is the end of the video. I hope you liked it and enjoyed. And I hope you have a good day. Always remember, Russia will be free.